Hey guys, what's happening? Niyat here with Film Comics Explained, and in the lead up to the upcoming Godzilla King of Monsters, today we'll be taking a look at Rodan, the King of the Skies. First appearing in the 1956 film Rodan, the titular character has been repeatedly listed as one of the top 10 Japanese movie monsters of all time. As with the creation of Godzilla, writer Ken Kuronoma used prehistoric animals for inspiration in developing the character. Though unlike Godzilla, whose species is left ambiguous, Rodan is explicitly stated as being a descendant of the Teranodon. In the Showa series of films developed by Toho, Rodan was a Teranodon that lived deep underground who, after being exposed to radiation, mutated to a gigantic size. Resembling a large pterosaur that could walk upright on two legs, Rodan was generally depicted as having brown burgundy skin with a spiky chest and several horns on the back of his head.
He hatched in a cavern near the Osaki mines and surfaced somewhere near the volcano. They joined underground. Commander, I therefore recommend an air search of this section between the mine area here and the volcano.
In the 1956 film, there were actually two Rodans, a male and a female, who were implied as being mates. I always loved this movie as although the two were depicted as horrific and dangerous creatures with a proclivity for destruction, they still had empathy and had cared for each other deeply, and were even unwilling to live without one another. Awoken by nuclear radiation, the Rodans emerged from Mount Aso and wrought havoc across the globe, eventually annihilating the city of Oquako. After injuring the first Rodan, the JSDF tracked the monsters to their nest in Mount Aso and triggered an eruption using artillery, seemingly causing the two Rodans to perish together. I thought it should be noted that only one Rodan was initially mortally wounded, but the other, unwilling to separate from its mate, also fell down to its presumable death. However, in the 1964 Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, a single Rodan rose from the crater of Mount Aso and immediately did battle with Godzilla. This, I presume, was a latter Rodan that had not been injured in their initial confrontation with Japanese forces. While not on the best terms with the other kaiju that inhabited the Earth, Rodan and Godzilla were forced to put aside their differences and work together along with Mothra in order to drive off King Ghidorah, which was essentially a giant extraterrestrial planet-killing three-headed dragon. Rodan would of course go on to become a trusted ally of Godzilla in the Showa series, aiding him on numerous occasions when both were needed to defeat a larger foe. I think that the upcoming MonsterVerse adaptation will have Rodan and Godzilla potentially fighting each other at first before likely teaming up with Mothra to battle King Ghidorah. Rodan's most noticeable trait would have to be his supersonic speed, which along with his impressive agility has allowed him to effortlessly outmaneuver man-made jets. This speed incidentally enables the creature to emit destructive shockwaves when flying, and his wings can also create powerful gusts of wind. Rodan can use its beak and talons effectively in battle, along with the spikes on its head and chest, which also help protect the kaiju from attacks, and his wings, despite their delicate appearance, are actually quite durable. The kaiju also features an ability called wind breath, which enables it to fire jets of compressed air from its mouth that is capable of demolishing buildings. I also thought it was worthy of noting that after being defeated by Godzilla, the radiation given off by Godzilla caused Rodan to mutate into Fire Rodan. Now changing its colour from brown to red, this new form granted the creature a new ability called Uranium Heat Ray, which was similar to Godzilla's atomic breath. In the manga adaptation, Fire Rodan can absorb any nearby animals into his body in order to restore his health and vitality, which is insane considering the kaiju already had an incredible resistance to damage, as he was one of the few monsters that was relatively unscathed by Godzilla's atomic breath. According to the translation of the monster's conversation by the Shibujin, Rodan agrees with Godzilla's sentiment that he only hates humans because they hate him, and this resentment causes him to feel no obligation to protect them. However, upon seeing Mothra bravely take on King Ghidorah by herself, Rodan joins with Godzilla to battle the extraterrestrial monster. According to the cave painting seen in the post-credit scene of Kong Skull Island and the recent trailer to the upcoming Godzilla sequel, Rodan bears a much closer resemblance to actual pterosaurs than his previous incarnations. It also seems to have a vulture-like physique and appearance with dark red skin, a V-split crest and no teeth, though its beak has a serrated look to it, giving the illusion of teeth. This version of Rodan also has an enormous wingspan of 871 feet, with a fiery glow along the bottom, and based on its colour in the trailer, I suspect we may actually be getting Fire Rodan, which as mentioned earlier is Rodan after its next mutation. I thoroughly enjoyed Kong Skull Island and the recent Godzilla film, and from what I've seen in the trailer for Godzilla King of Monsters, which is incredible by the way, it looks as though the franchise is in safe hands. I've had so many requests to look at the creatures featured in the MonsterVerse that I plan on covering all of them, including Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and King Kong in the upcoming months. Well, that's all for today, folks. Don't forget to hit subscribe, click the notification icon, and check us out on Facebook to stay up to date on all my content. Also, if you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll leave a link to our Patreon page below. And if there's anything else you'd like to request, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, it's been a pleasure. Niyat here with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.